I grew up in the world of metal and punk, in which I still do love. I do feel the need to finally see what the rest of the world has to offer. My name is Aaron, and I grew up as a metalhead. Well, welcome back, everybody. It looks like my announcer voice has decided to come back. Welcome. I hope that you're excited, because now we are moving on to Just One Day Live. It's April 10th, which is my birthday. At this time, I was probably at Buffalo Wild Wings eating some very delicious cheese sticks and and other mozzarella-based items. This is pretty cool, though. I get to watch something that is filmed on my birthday. That's pretty fun. We're going to be doing Just One Day. So, this is going to be a little bit more old school. 2014, 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Wow. Let's get moving on so that we can see how that they're going to perform this amazing song. I don't know why I went full chills there. Number 15, Burger King Foot Lettuce. Anyway, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Whoa. They're so young. Babies.
Day, one night. That's all I ever wanted.
하루만 내게 시간이 있다면 달콤한 이야기에 취해서 보니 난 잠들고파 빡빡한 스케줄 사이에 기회가 있다면 따스하고 깊은 눈 안에 몸 담그고파 I like that 너의 그 길고 긴 생머리 올려 묶을 뒤에 아찔한 목숨과 흘러내린 잔머리 서로 같이 어디 가던 내 핸드백은 네 허리 You're my honey 볼 때마다 숨이 막혀 명동거리처럼 우리의 BGM은 숨소리 내 이름을 불러줄 때의 네 목소리에 잠겨서 난 수영하고파 너를 좀 더 알고파 너란 BGS 불깊이 몸만한 탐험가 너란 작품에 대해 감상을 해 너란 존재가 예술이니까 이렇게 매일 날 밤새도록 상상을 해 어차피 내게는 무의미한 꿈이니까
그럴 수 있다면 말해줄까 아무 때나 가서 밥 먹고 영화 한 편만 볼 수만 있다면 나는 정말 뭔 짓이라도 할 텐데 girl I'm sorry 내 머리가 너무 숨져 가봐 그래도 언젠가 보면 웃어줘 조금은 아니 어쩌면 많이 널 원망하겠지 않은 꿈 때문에도 바라보지 못해서 그런 내게 하루 맞춰 꿈속이라도 하루만 현실을 핑계대며 삼켜야 했던 그 수많은 말 중에서 딱 한마디만 제대로 할 수 있게 그런 아플 꽃이 필 때만 나 헤어지자고 지칠 때 쉽게 해줄 거라 생각이 안 했지만 너에게 난 그랬으면 좋겠다면 내 기적일까 널 위해서라면 아직 난 거짓말하고 있어 넌 내 한가운데 서 있어
내가 함께 하고 있다면 Let's go 24 hours 너와 단둘에 있다면 아침부터 입맞춤해 빠질 수 없는 브런치도 한입해 손잡고 너와 햇빛에 몸 담그네 안 끝내 아름다운 밤중에 너에게 고백해줘 운명은 달루해 수많은 이유들이 내게 말을 해 단 하루만 있으면 가능해 너와 내가 함께 할 수 있다면 손잡을 수 있다면 너와 내가 함께 할 수 있다면 너와 내가 함께 할 수 있다면 너와 하루만 있기를 바래
Yes, indeed. Make sure. Okay, so this one I actually kind of just chose a little more out of randomness, and obviously, thank you to enjoy BTS more. And honestly, I have to. This is kind of where a little bit of like my own personal feelings come out a little bit. I was a little worried when I first saw it because like typical like crush concept or like school concepts are not generally like schoolboy or schoolgirl, and like crush concepts isn't really my theme. But actually, this song really won me over in a lot of ways. I actually really think that this is got some really clever melody. I really like actually the rap. It's really smooth. It's really fluent. I actually really prefer how this song is put together, and compared to just about anything else in rap. I like this feeling. But there's a couple of things going on here that I think especially really kind of stick out to me, and that is the arrangement behind them. Like obviously we can talk about their vocals for days, and I have talked about their vocals for days, but something that really stood out to me was the music behind what they're singing. And so there's a couple things. One, I really liked how in the beginning there's this piano that sits off in the back playing kind of like this jazz riff, and it just kind of adds this kind of to the smoothness that I was talking about.
인생 머리 어디야 묶을 뒤에 아찔한 목소리가 흘러내린 잔머리 서로 같이 어디 가던 내 핸드백은 네 허리 You're my honey 볼 때마다 숨이 막혀 명동거리처럼 우리의 BGM은 숨소. So
you can kind of hear first and foremost it starts off with like an organ holding down the note, and this particular organ you can kind of tell they sampled it off of kind of what was like old style of like 60s and 70s kind of like Motown kind of feel with the organ, but then you hear the piano come in with just these nice little almost rain-like drops.
인생 머리 어디야 묶을 뒤에 아찔한 목소리가 흘러내린 잔머리 서로 같이 어디 가던 내 핸드백은 네 허리 You're my honey 볼 때.
Then there's this bass that's been kind of going around throughout the whole song. That's just a dum da dum 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 da dum dum. Really smooth. Really fits kind of overall the whole theme of it.
많아 숨이 막혀 명동거리처럼 우리의 BGM은 숨소리 내 이름을 불러줄 때의 네 목소리에 잠겨서 난 수영하고파 너를 좀 더 알고파 너란 BGS 불깊이 목마른 탐험가 너란 작품에 대해 감상을 해 너란 존재가 예술이니까 이렇게 매일 날 밤새도록 상상을 해 어차피
the interesting thing is to me this is something that has actually impressed me so much so often is the fact that there are some ways that they're putting rap into things that should not ever have or should sound good with, but yet it does. And this to me is that concept is just like, holy cow, how did they think to put this in with like funk bass and then like gospel organ with jazz piano, and then be like, what we should do? Rap. Okay, I hate to keep pausing it, but honestly, the other thing that I really like is the choreography of this one. As you know, I've been trying to kind of like train and practice myself to kind of get back into shape to start dancing again. And this right here is one of those ones that like the choreography actually really caught my eye pretty well. I don't know what it is, but I love that little spot right there, like the hand crawling up the arm and then like them standing up like that. Phenomenal. I think another thing that really gives credit to the song is that they chose not to use the traditional like trap beat. They chose not to use the traditional like modern sounding like percussions. They instead kind of what's the word I'm trying to look? They decided to opt into something that's a little bit softer. The snare it's not so snappy, and there's a little bit of looseness to the hi-hat that they use, and using that kind of like feeling to kind of just help smooth out everything else. This is, they could have very easily gone with something that's almost more like a marching band style snare, and it probably would have worked. But I think just adding that softness to it really just lends credence to their ideas of how they're going to write the music. I love that.
너와 단둘이 보내는 party party 너와 하루만 있기를 바래 바래 너와 단둘이 보내는 party party 그럴 수 있다면 말해줄까 아무 때나 가서 밥 먹고 영화 한 편만 볼 수만 있다면 나는 정말 뭔 짓이라도 할 텐데 girl I'm sorry 내 머리가 너무 슬져 가봐 우리 돈 챙겨보면 웃어줘 조금은 아니 어쩌면 많이 널 원망
I actually have to say this. This is a little weird to say. This might be one of my more favorite raps that RM does, like some of his lines, just because the flow is so clean.
알겠지 않은 꿈 때문에도 바라보지 못해서 그럼 내게 하루 맞춰 꿈속이라도 하루만 현실을 핑계대며 삼켜야 할 그 수많은 말 중에서 딱 한마디만 제대로 할 수 있게 그래 나팔 꽃이 필 때만 나 헤어지자 꽂힐 때 쉽게 해줄 거라 생각이 안 했지만 너에게 난 그랬으면 좋겠다면 내 기적일까 널 위해서라며 아직 난 거짓말하고 있어 넌 내 한가운데 서 있어 너와 내가 함께 할 수 있다면
So one thing that I really have to say as well that really stands out to me about this song is I love this whole how do I explain this? There we go. The youthfulness behind it. So, I think the interesting thing is though is that they don't come across like they're aging. I actually think that they relatively really stuck to been able to keep a lot of their youth. They've been able to keep those younger energy levels up, probably because they're so healthy and fit. But I think that the overall feeling of the youth behind this does help out a little bit, and that younger mentality is kind of what helps. But I don't think that they've lost a step or anything like that. But I just really like the youthfulness behind it. Really, just kind of a unique song. I don't know. I think that this is actually a bit of a hidden gem as well. We've kind of had a couple of really small hidden gems. Well, I don't know if I want to say small. I don't even know if they're hidden gems. It just feels like this is a, I remember when people started recommending music from BTS, and obviously like Louder Than Bombs was probably the biggest one, which I still play endlessly. Then Dionysus was probably the next one after that, which was also that is still played endlessly. And but I don't remember many people saying like, hey, you should do Just One Day. It's kind of an interesting thing, and I kind of like getting into these little smaller ones. And obviously like with Enjoy BTS coming back and providing these, that's actually one of the things that really had stopped me, because in some senses it was a lot harder to find songs live without Enjoy BTS. So I hope that I'm sure that all of you have, but if you haven't, go make sure that you give them a subscription and support them as much as you can. So yeah, pretty cool song. Let me know what y'all think about this song though. I'm kind of interested to see what y'all think. This is obviously a little bit, they look like babies here. They look like babies. So let me know what y'all think about this. We'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.